when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Yes, yes, yes. 25 years ago.
25 years ago?
Yes, when we had a lovely soiree at the W.R. Grace Estate.
That's right.
Right, yes. And we're so
Anything?
delighted to be here today.
Anything else you can think about
Well,
that?
I'm just so glad we got so many newcomers out today that's never been to a real Southern. And Mrs. Rogers is upstairs in her room. She's looking out the window. I've seen her wave a couple of times to make sure we all behave. And that would be very special. Let me get you some
Had
ice.
a big production at it, Haggard Stadium. Professionals come in and put together a play depicting the history of Aiken.
Okay. Were you in the play?
No, Sissy was, but I wasn't.
A lot of old family names, coming out of Whiskey Road. And the first family that owned land and all was the Ballston family, Boylston. And they had a big home there where the ham place is, on Whiskey Road. And then came a little farther with the Woodwards. And they owned land, and Miss Teresa Woodward was the last to live there. She was a musician. And then the next was the Hollies, and then the Cowards, and the Andersons. These were some of the very old names of Aiken,
They were all farmers?
They all were farmers, and the Andersons and the Cowards and the Ballstons and the Hollies, they all sort of were connected with lands, and things like that. And that's where the Sallies came from, like Mr. Julian Sally and Miss Eulalie Sally.
Came from Sally.
They all came, well, not her, but she married the first Mr. Sally. We are the worst sinners that you have ever met.
So obviously you have a bunch of ministers in your family.
No, not a lot. But we always said if we haven't done the sin, we've thought about it. Tell about your teaching.
Well, you've taught.
Yes, I grew up in Aiken County in North Augusta and was born at home in North Augusta. And I married Bo Coward, whose family had been in Aiken for many years. And I taught first grade until I retired at Aiken Elementary.
So you've seen a lot of changes.
A lot of changes through the years.
At the elementary school. And Aiken L is now the building you taught at.
Well, I taught at the new building, but I started in what is now the library, in the oldest part of that building.
Now we have made contact with the great-great-great-grandson of William Aiken and hope to get him active in some activities involved with Celebrate Aiken this year.
Just by a chance meeting?
Just by a chance meeting at the South Carolina Book Festival in Columbia this past February.
And would you like to give a plug for your book? Show me your cover. It has something to do with today.
Well, certainly. This is the Aiken Historical Cookbook. The cover is from the community picnic in 1985 at Two Trees. And today we're here to take another picture at the community picnic in 2010.
That's a lovely basket.
You would have put moonshine in that basket, right?
Well, a man has to carry a little refreshment with him where he goes,
And 175 years, if you would have found somebody in town dressed like that, what would you have done with them?
Oh, he would have probably owned the hotel, the railroad, and the bar, so I've been working for him.
That's really something.
So what do you think about women's rights these days?
I think we're right where we should be.
We're going to get the vote soon.
That's right.
Oh, that'll be terrible.
Emancipation. That's right.
I expected we'd have a long way to go or something like that. Vote.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're there.
Yes, I don't know how we got all the teddy bears here.
Lee was here. Yeah, Lee is here.
But
we have an improvement for next year, next 25 years. We're going to have tables instead of sitting on the ground. Yeah. So in 25 years, we'll see you again doing the same thing, same bears, but with tables.
But with chairs. 1 minute, I'm not going to let that happen. We're going to just do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But without food.
Oh, that's right.
We're just going to bring something to drink, like maybe wine.
Oh, we didn't.
Did any of y'all get the
We did not get any
the sesquicentennial wine? I have a
Yeah,
couple
I
bottles.
remember.
Is there
You
such
could
a
get it at Palmetto Package Shop. Skipper had it.
Skipper had sold it. That's where I bought my wine
That's right.
from.
Skipper had sesquicentennial wine. He had it specially made with a special bottle, a Palmetto Package.
Oh.
Okay, we'll have to have that next time. I think they might still have it.
I know.
See it at Maddie Hall.
Oh, yeah.
This time it was
We could hear that again.
No,
That was
no,
good.
not Maddie Hall.
We'll see it at Maddie Hall in 25 years.
And what I want to know, can you pronounce the word that means 175 years ago?
What is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've heard it. I've heard it. You know?
You mean like the sesquicentennial?
Yeah, but this is not a sesquicentennial. It's something else.
What I remember so much about 25 years ago is that none of us had ever been to Two Trees, and we all wanted to see Andy Williams this day. And it was really exciting. Everyone was sitting out there. We were all hoping Andy would come, but he didn't.
I know we kept looking up.
Right, yeah. It was an exciting time, as this is as well.
I do remember the old cars.
Yeah, the old cars.
Yeah.
And the guy that took the roving picture was on both ends.
Right.
He went around
That was
behind
really
the
neat.
photographer, and he was on this end and that end.
Yes. It's how that
Was it Hammond Burkhalter? Hammond Burkhalter.
Anyone who was here.
I think it's wonderful that we have the same chairman this year that we had 25 years ago. Sissy Brody was the same chairman 25 years ago, and she's the chairman today. I think that's exciting. And she's doing just as good a job. Yeah, even that's true.
Can we bring her over here?
That's true.
We've got Sissy.
Okay.
Oh, do you?
Got her.
You have her?
Can we?
Yes. Let's get her.
I see
She's
her right
over
now.
there.
1, 2, 3.
Sissy!
You want her?
Come
we
here,
need our
Sissy.
chairman. Say we need our chairman.
We need our chairman over here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just teddy bears.
No, the teddy bear group.
Hurry up.
Everybody is sitting there. Okay.
We are reminiscing 25 years ago.
Yeah, we're waiting
and
for
what
our
do you
chairman.
remember
Well,
and all that. What do you remember?
Well, I remember that we are missing one person. She's Sally Anna Clarion. And Sally was co-chairing with me 25 years ago, along with a bunch of all these others. But she's at home, but she doesn't get out like she used to. So Sally, she's a matriarch of Aiken. I just wanted her to get some of the credit.
Oh, yeah.
And she's really special. Yes. And they said you can't go back in history.
No.
Well, I think
Fiddly dee, ladies, y'all did it. Y'all
we've
did
almost
it.
reproduced it.
Y'all did even bigger than that.
We all look the same, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get them off.
Oh,
25 extra.
You're supposed
2
to say
pounds per
something
year.
else.
yeah, she has. I've got her. She can.
Nothing.
You mean this is the...
You know, 25 years ago we had Odell Weeks as mayor, and now we have Fred as mayor.
There you go.
That's exciting. It's, you know, a
Fred's
bend
gonna
in the
top
road.
Odell's
A bend in
record,
the
I
road.
bet.
How many years has Fred been mayor? Okay. How many years?
So, being the wife of the mayor, what would you like to say?
Oh, we're being taped. We're being taped. What would be a good thing for the wife of the mayor to say that I'm glad to be here, and it's a.
We're waving the flag for you, Colleen. Get well soon. Hurry back.